What's going on, everybody? BP here, looking to break down MKTO stock from today, 5/10/2016. Had a huge pop in the afternoon on news of a potential buyout from Bloomberg about 2:40 in the afternoon. Typical situation that I see from Bloomberg. In fact, I like to call them Boomberg because they love to make stocks go boom. And it's always the same time. It's the afternoon, about 2:30 or 3. There'll be some sort of rumored buyout that actually isn't a buyout. They pop it, they get the media puppets on board, they push it into the close, and run it in the after hours and sell short to all the retail traders that are buying from them and chasing, hoping for the next day run. Now, if you pull out the news here, you'll see that considers options including a sale, Bloomberg. I think I believe the initial press release did come from Bloomberg, so that's always a sign, especially when it's in the afternoon and it's a rumored buyout. I've seen this so many times. It happened recently with RLYP. They did it twice. Many other stocks, I've seen them. They're always Bloomberg, and they push them in the afternoon, pump them on a supposed buyout, run into the close. I see this over and over again. It's almost a joke. It's really a circus, is what it is. I mean, it's funny, nowadays any company can just come out with a PR and say, "Oh yeah, we're exploring sales," and run at 30% and just make a killing. I mean, it's a joke. I don't even know how they get away with this. But you can see here it says, but I'm with the wrong one here. Let's see. Somewhere here it says really clearly that it's not a set situation. Here you go. Alright, very clearly right here. Just so everybody knows, I want to bring down everybody back to earth who's long on the stock, that there is no sale. Okay, there is no sale. It's just a rumor. They're exploring options, but what company isn't? I mean, really, what company is not exploring a sale? I think every company is exploring a sale. You can see right here, very clearly, no deal is imminent, and discussions with potential buyers may not result in a transaction, said anonymous sources quoted by Bloomberg. And my guess is there's going to be no sale. There's going to be no sale. If there was a sale, the news would have come out saying that there's a sale. So there's no sale until there's a sale. It's just a rumored buyout. I mean, if it was anything more than a pump, then they would put out the actual technical details of a sale, and we would know what's happening. So there's no sale. And maybe they're exploring a sale, and maybe they'll find some suitors interested in buying. But even if that was to happen, it's going to take time. It could take weeks or months for a sale to even take place, and then they got to put the deal together. It's got to actually happen. So that's just not going to happen anytime soon. And based on the past situations, there's a chance it probably won't happen at all. And people are going to eventually forget about the stock. It's going to fade back down to where it was. So if you're long on the stock, then I really suggest you take your profits and get out, because it's looking at downside from here. And my team and myself, we're looking to short this thing because I'll break it down on the chart here, the historical chart. If you look at the 1 year, you can see that it's after hours it popped up to about 28.20, which is conveniently, and of course, they want to move it after hours because they want to make sure that it looks like it's going to have a second day run. That's how they get retail chasers to jump on the bandwagon. And while the retail chasers are buying it up, they're selling it short to them. Okay, and if you look at the year, you'll see here that it filled the gap. Boom, 28.39. It closed right about 28.20, which is about right at the 1 year gap. So this is a solid resistance area here for it to potentially drop off of. There could be a little bit of a pop on the chasers tomorrow, but I really think this thing is going to fade. People are going to start to wake up and realize that there's no sale. It's just a rumor. It's just a hype move that was most likely orchestrated by Bloomberg and their media puppets. They had them all. Credit Suisse, everybody was in it. Let's jump over here and look at a couple more things. Here you go, Yahoo Finance. The market cap is at $1.2 billion on it now currently, which is a really high market cap for this company. And if you break down the financials, 2015, 40 million in revenues for the quarter, and then same quarter this year, 55 million. So roughly a couple hundred million in revenues. Market cap's 1.2 billion though, and if you go down, you can see that they're not profitable, not really anywhere close. 2015, just about $20 million in the negative. This year didn't change, barely changed, just a little bit, pretty much the same. Another $20 million loss. So there's really no signs that they're turning a profit anytime soon. There's no guarantees of any kind of sale. So this thing is bound to fade. It really is. And if you go over here to a Street Insider, Credit Suisse, worth $37 to $51, which is a pretty crazy spread there on the possible value of a deal, which is kind of funny. Let's see. They have the actual price target of $30, which is already pretty much there at their target. It's at 28 right now, so it's already at the target. So from here it just looks like it's going to fade. And my price target I'm going to put on this stock is, I think it's going to come back down to earth, and I'm going to put a $23 price target on it. In the shorter term, I think it's going to fade down. Like I said, it could have a potential pop in the morning, but I think it fades from there. So it's probably a good stock for a short swing. And like I said, it's possible, that a deal could happen sometime in the future. But right now, there is no deal. And if it does happen, it's going to be a while. So, and by the time it does happen, everyone's going to be out of the stock. So yeah, look for the short play on this 1 year resistance, filling that gap around 28. Conveniently close right there, so there's a good chance it may not be able to break through. If it breaks through on some buying in the morning, it may happen. But my team and myself will definitely be watching this for the short play. There's no question about that. And that's going to be about it on this stock. If you have any questions, email me, bprising1@gmail.com. Always feel free to join our team, join our trading room. I teach about stocks, and you'll get my real-time alerts and access to my team as well. So anyway, as always, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Hopefully this helps out some of you guys that are in the stock. And until next time, you guys have a great one. Thanks.